This is the Charlie Kirk Show on YouTube. Prosecutors in Washington have you can see him here, the Charlie Kirk Show on YouTube. This weekend Charlie Kirk. Several people with alleged ties you need to subscribe. His subscriber base is growing. We're going to be following Charlie quite closely in our studies. We'll be starting a study course for patriots and Americans, those that love the Constitution. Let me turn Charlie down a minute. So this seems to be something that is focused much more on... We're going to be starting an educational course on the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the rule of law applied equally to all. It'll be a platform open to all that make a pledge or take an oath to the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the rule of law. They will themselves write a short 2 or 3 paragraphs about how much they love this country and how much the above 3 items that I mentioned mean to them in their life, and how proud they are to have had President Donald J. Trump come in and try to change the direction that the fascist communist regime, I'll never refer to it as administration, has just commandeered this entire country through manipulation of media, a moral disengagement, and straight out greed. Charlie is going to be one of our main sources of news, along with others that you'll see me discuss. SGT, X22, they've all migrated from this platform, YouTube, which is extremely biased, downright evil, trying to stomp out any other opinion or viewpoint other than that of the fascist globalists. And we're going to learn peacefully, best we can, and intently on topics and not leave them. We will not let them die. This man right here is completely off the books as far as I'm concerned, as far as being patriots. Don't let him playing that religious horse shit that I'm a Christian. That man claims to be, and so do all these people, but you don't act like that. You don't turn your back like Woodrow Wilson did that got us into this mess, and by God, we're going to end up getting the country out of this. That's my goal. But Charlie needs to be very careful on what he says, because he's on the YouTube platform. Most everybody's migrated to other platforms like BitChute, Clout Hub, Gab, Parler, which is under attack, many others, including the one that we're creating, you and I. He'll be totally private for patriots and those that love the country. Let's listen in to Charlie. And oh, what a big crowd he has there, right?
Seek forgiveness, thus grasping reconciliation. In discovering our humanity, we will seek the good in and for all our neighbors. We will love the unlovable, remove the stigma of the so-called untouchables. We will care for our most vulnerable, our children, the elderly, emotionally challenged, and the poor. We will seek rehabilitation beyond correction. We will extend opportunity to those locked out of opportunity. We will make friends of our enemies. We will make friends of our enemies. People, your people, shall no longer raise up weapons against one another. We will rather use our resources for the national good and become a beacon of life and goodwill to the world. And neither shall we learn hatred anymore. We'll lie down in peace and not make our neighbors afraid. In you, O God.
I'll pause for now until Charlie comes back on with something that has substance. This right here is totally worthless. Absolutely worthless. Folks, another real good channel to watch. It just went dark on us there, but is NTD. And it's a very good source for news. They're on a break right now. You can see them here, NTD. You need to do that on YouTube, while we're all still using YouTube, they have a little, over here on YouTube, they have a little chat thing that we can work with our messaging back and forth between our own private calls that we're going to have with just our community, which is the Silent Supporters Society. Is going to be our main means that we exchange value between each other, and also to have our daily calls that we can keep updated. We're going to highlight some of these shows like the NTD and Charlie Kirk and Rex Bear and Quite Frankly and all of the others. But let's go back over and see what we've got at NTD. Let's see what NTD, if it's got it. Nope, it doesn't have anything yet. Charlie Kirk has got something very good. Let's go back to Charlie, see what Charlie's got. So this is what we're going to do. This is my goal. He's waving bye to Sleepy Joe and giving him a farewell. Let's just see if old Sleepy Joe happens to perform the way that he's going to be driving off. I'm watching it over on Charlie's show. Charlie's got it over there. Let me get back over to Charlie Kirk. He's showing it live. Charlie's got him pulling away live. Maybe with a little commentary here he can give us, hopefully. There goes Joe. Now they're going to be using the fact that COVID and security and all those other excuses for how there was so very few people that showed up for this. I'll guarantee you, look at those two lonelies there. Joey's gone. Maybe they're going out to ice him right now so she can step up. That's what's going to happen. Joey can't do this, y'all, and you know it. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. This is more so shocking than seeing Obama get the first term. The second one was unreal. There had to be something wrong with trying that experiment that didn't work. And now they've done it again, but they've done it with technology and hoodwinking their very weak-minded followers, the very few of them that they had. Then they literally stole the rest of it. I don't give a shit what YouTube says. I don't give a shit. We're going to come at it totally sub rosa, below the rose. Let's see if Charlie's talking yet.
Okay. All right. Congratulations.
There she is, little Miss Nancy. She's had more couch time on her climbing the ladder than you can possibly imagine. She's had to go down many times as she's climbed that ladder, I'm sure. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Okay, Charlie's back. We'll listen in for about a minute. I'm going to try to keep these little updates under 15 minutes so you can keep your attention span, because they've stolen that from us. Our history is getting about as long as our attention span. Let's listen to Charlie.
It's one of Donald Trump's greatest accomplishments, taking pictures with Bill Clinton, and they are walking through the hallway there. So Joe Biden has announced his day one actions. Day one. Let's see if this will unite the country. Rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement, which will heavily impose limitations on oil and natural gas production. Repeal Trump's travel ban in the midst of a pandemic. Halt border wall construction. Mask mandate. Extend the eviction freeze. Unveil his immigration plan just today. Extend a student loan pause, and then revoke permit for Keystone XL pipeline, killing thousands of jobs. in the midst of a pandemic.
We also heard this morning from the Biden-Harris team that they plan to rescind Trump's 1776 Commission for Education today on day one as well. So
unbelievable.
I think it's safe to expect a lot more critical race theory in classrooms across America over the next 4 years.
No doubt. Continue to email us your questions, freedom@charlie.
They want to take away the education of the 1776 campaign that Trump put in. That's to teach people how this country got started and how we became so successful. They want to tear that down day one. To give you an idea about what Joey's up to.
Glad Twitter is all on board to not wanting...
You know, I think that's enough for this video here. We're at about 10.5 minutes. As I mentioned, I'm going to try to keep these at 15. We're going to have nightly, if not bi-daily calls. We're going to discuss these clips that I put up in an open forum. If you have something of value to share and the rest of the people, a little voting system that we'll have, they like it, we're going to throw cash at you for the work that you've done. That's not work that we pay you like going to work. That's a gift from our heart to you, the creator of that content, the one that worked for it, went and found the research, instead of just giving you a little emotional bump like Twitter, Facebook, and all the likes thereof, where you're actually going to receive a token of appreciation, expecting nothing in return. That's a gift. You see, we think too. Wake up, Amschmel. There is a new professor in town. It's called The People.